Hello, little doves. I'm Iona Uradreams.
And I am the Nubian Vixen.
And today we're here for All the Tea in Disney Plus. And we're talking about The Mandalorian, Episode 4, Sanctuary! Sanctuary! Where he'll not find it here.
Oh, well.
Maybe in the next episode or two. We'll see.
Oh, we'll see.
This was a fun and interesting episode. I'm not gonna lie, it was not my favorite.
Was it fun? Was it interesting?
I'd not give it a thumbs down, but I
Okay.
give them a shaky side to the
Yes.
thumbs to the side. I don't know. There were some good points, there were some bad, but let's dive into it.
Yes. So, we start off the episode, and they're on... Baby Yoda and Mando are on... Mando. I'm still...
I know,
can't
right?
with that. But anyway, are on the ship, and so they're going to this outer reach, trying to get as far away from where they were fighting all the bounty hunters, and just mounting their escape to go to the farthest place that they can find Sanctuary, someplace that has low population, no ties to anything, just so that they can rest and hide. And so once we get there, of course, he wants to explore. Mando wants to explore and says, "Baby, you gotta stay here. Don't touch anything on the ship. Stay right there." And by the time the little ramp comes down, there's Baby Yoda will not be left behind. Please. So.
I guess. And Baby Yoda goes with him.
Yeah.
Good for him too.
Yeah, for sure. It's like all the good stuff's happening out there. It's going on the ship.
Yeah.
He's
So.
gonna fly that thing off one day.
Okay. So they go to a local bar,
Mm-hmm.
and he makes sure to order some bone broth for the little one, of course, and she's just slaughtered the local animal that's coming to attack them, so she's got plenty.
Nice bone broth for all, and offers some to Mando. And Mando refuses.
Politely.
Politely refuses. And we'll go back into that a little bit later, too. So, one thing that Mando notices is somebody that he finds familiar sitting a couple of tables away.
Familiar how, we ask.
And how familiar?
So he confronts this person just outside the bar,
Yes.
and she's like, I thought you had a tracking fob, so I went on the offense. And he's like, understandable, I can get that.
Yes, and then he and Claire Dune end up going back in the bar and just chilling again.
But not after Baby Yoda catches them in a weird position,
Right.
facing each other,
Right.
and he's just sitting there sipping in his bone broth.
Right. And, just that's happening while I'm just sipping my... A new meme comes up out of nowhere with Baby Yoda and sipping that little bone
As long
broth.
as it's not the
So
cat
cute.
and the two white girls, I'm fine. Anyways,
Love that.
so he meets Cara Dune, which is a shock trooper, and she's a rebel now who's run from the Empire and has said, I'm leaving that world behind me and I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
Exactly.
And she does.
Yes. And so what ends up happening is that they get recruited by a couple of villagers where their village is being raided by the
Clatoon
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Forget it. I don't know what.
That's a complicated name.
Somebody needs to say that name.
A writer needs to be shot. I mean.
Hi. And so they go to help. They get recruited. They say okay, and then they go and try and protect this little fishing village.
They're krill fishers.
Krill fishers.
They brew spatchka.
That's nice. I like a good.
I want to try spatchka. I think that's what we should try to make for our next drink. Is find a recipe for spatchka.
Yeah, let's do it.
I wonder if it has like rum or something in it. You know what? What if it's got like tequila and we're like, ha 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 ha. We're all thinking like they're like no tequila.
Yeah, it's just some tequila.
So we meet Omera, who is the mother of.
She has a little girl who had to hide in the little krill pond from the Raiders.
Raiders.
From the last time that they raided. So she's specifically very invested in making sure that her daughter has a safe home and these raids to stop.
And so Mara helps the Mandalorian and baby Yoda get into a safe spot in a what was it, a barn or storage
kind of a whatever
area. It was whatever they had available.
Shelter.
And so they start their plan of attack towards the Raiders.
Right, but notwithstanding, because of all these interesting, strong women that have shown up, before I get into the training situation, all of them seem to be kind of throwing themselves at Mando a little bit. It's a little desperate. I'm sorry, it's a little desperate. It's like, ooh, a strong man has come to town.
But he's got a secret identity, so he makes him even hotter.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, the whole, like, I can't see you, but I know you're looking at me that way, gets them hot.
Can you just take it? Can we take the helmet off?
I need to feed you. I noticed you didn't eat earlier with everybody else, but I've brought you some food for now. Yes. And he's like, well, thank you. I do appreciate that. She's like, will you never eat with your helmet off? When was the last time that you've been seen without your helmet? I wasn't just about their age. And he does that whole, like, smolder thing, and we're not impressed.
No, and the thing is that the whole thing with Cara Dune and the fight that they had, I was like, that's foreplay. I don't know. That looked like foreplay to me.
It did. There were some tensions there.
There was some tensions.
Baby Yoda noticed it too. That's why he came there right there with his bow broth at that time.
Sipping, watching, yes.
Oh my gosh. So they teach the villagers how to fight because there is an ATST with the Raiders that they did not mention before. Yes. So they've got to do a whole nother tactic to try to take down the ATST.
It's very Return of the Jedi. You know, it's like how do these people that don't have a whole lot of training find a way to beat these Imperial walkers? They're just so huge.
And so luck is not with them. They have the Force now.
They do have the Force. they might not talk about it or know about it or anything like that. The Force is with them. So we interestingly find out that Omera actually can shoot.
Yes.
Wonder what that backstory is. We didn't get into that either.
No.
Interesting.
Where she learned that. That's what I want to know. I think her husband taught her before he died.
Maybe.
So, long battle short, they defeat the Raiders. They destroy the ATST by digging a big pit that they had to coax the ATST in.
And somehow get it out of there afterwards. I don't know what that's later. That's after Happily Ever After. It's like that's dealing with the aftermath.
Plot holes. But then after all is said and done, they're happy. The Mandalorian notices that the baby is more comfortable in the setting with other children and a caring, providing mother. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'll watch him as my own. As he's like, I'm going to leave Baby Yoda here. I just can't.
But can't you stay? Can't you? Can't you stay?
We can live.
We should live here together forever. Take off your helmet.
Oh my gosh, no. He's not going to.
No.
And so right before he's like, okay, bye, a bounty hunter comes and tries to
take out Baby Yoda
again, which is kind of expected.
Yeah, of course. They can't just live in happiness. Mando can't just go out unobligated. It's like, we have a series to do here, people. We have we have things to do. So Cara ends up being the one to save the day. She ends up behind the sniper bounty hunter and kills him. And then, of course, Mando realizes there's nowhere that's safe. So Baby Yoda has to stay with them. And
on the ship. Let's go again. Which is kind of like what we said the last time. It's kind of become this formulaic, episodic show where they're like, okay, we're here. But no, it can't be because we'll be found.
No, it just never stops. The running never stops.
Right. So let's find him a place.
Yeah, let's find him a place. And so he does go to another place in another episode coming up soon.
Right now. Yes. Stay tuned for our episode 5 of The Mandalorian for All the Tea in Disney Plus. Bye. Oh, I guess we should have said our names and everything. Oh, well.
I mean, we could slate a couple of times after.